Hey Capricorn, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah and I will be hosting this reading happening for you as the moon is currently moving through Gemini. The new moon is currently moving through Gemini. So if you want a little bit of information on what that means, please do check out the Gemini new moon video that I created so that we can get to the point in the readings without having to go through the moon talks first. So let's see what Miss Mildred has to say for Capricorns. Oh, we got Dove. Peace. Peace out. Maybe piecing out from a situation. We have hats, a sorting hat. 74, that number might have some significance to you. So the hat is an interesting card. It has a lot to do with image and identity. It can be relevant to your career, or like any role that you play in life. It's a sign of respect. Wearing a hat in some cultures, it can have some significance. When I think about self-image and identity with hats, like headdress, right? There's so much that goes with that. Historically, culturally, there's all types of things that we wear in our hair or on our head. But wearing different hats also has to do with having different roles that you play. So not everyone has the same role, and not everyone's relationship with the people that they work with, that they live with, is going to have, like, there's going to be different roles within those relationships as well. But when it comes to self-image and self-identity, it really, for me, like, worrying too much about what a person thinks about, like the fact that this is upright is good. If it was reversed, I would be telling you that you have some issues with narcissism and worrying about what other people think, and maintaining a certain facade, basically. I would say it would be more of a false identity if it was reversed. So being authentic in your identity 100% is good. And that doesn't necessarily mean that your identity is great, right? There's so many different things that people do that is questionable. But we're not here to judge. We are here to do readings and provide insight. So let's see what the cards have to say. All right, so we're starting with the Five of Pentacles. It's reversed. So I would say it's not bad, but it's not good either. So you're not really experiencing a period of despair. Hopefully you're not the cause of someone else's despair. Hopefully you're also not in denial about maybe the fact that you might be walking the line. And gazing upon others, allowing others to gaze upon you. It really is tricky when this card is reversed. But I would say that it being reversed is definitely not as bad as it being upright. We have the Hierophant. So there's a spiritual leader. There are some contracts perhaps in your that you've been dealing with, marriage or common law types of contracts, any type of work, like any type of agreement. It doesn't necessarily have to be a written contract. It could just be a verbal agreement, right? That's something that, yeah, like maybe you're with somebody who has promised that they would take care of you or something like that, and that is not the case. But I think basically, the Hierophant coming through above this card has a lot to do also with you being protected, doing the work or seeking the right type of guidance to keep you protected from actual despair. So you may not be having seriously hard times. This could be, though, like you're protected, but you could on some level have some type of poverty mindset still, or you still like people still see you in a certain way. Like, I don't know. They see you, they might, people might treat you still like you're broke. That's fucked up. If that's the case, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if saying sorry is going to help, but that's fucked up. I'm acknowledging it. All right. Temperance, balance of give and take. Well, balancing of the emotional energy that you create, overlooking the situation. I feel also like spirits are behind you or above you, helping you to stay balanced. Like you really got a good team, a good spirit team on your side. That's cool. There's a lot more you need to learn, though. I actually, to be honest with you, I started this reading and I had to stop because something happened with one of my children. So, but the I don't remember what card it was. Damn it. But either way, oh yeah, it was the High Priestess reversed. This definitely, like, you got, like, you're heavily protected and heavily guided, but you still have a lot to learn. There's stuff that you're not connecting with. Perhaps you're like, there might be something petty about you or naive even. Because, like, I don't feel like it's harsh. It may be harsh. Like, I'm not like this, this applies to more than one person. So, if it's harsh, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If it's a naivety, it's just kind of like being a little too, like, too sweet. It's almost like, that, how some folks are just really like, they see the good in everybody, or they just are kind and sweet no matter what. I feel like it's learning how to assert yourself. And for those who are not so sweet, I would say it's learning how to not take things personally and lash out. I was even in Sagittarius's read. Is it Sagittarian or Sagittarius? I don't know. In that read, I was talking about setting people up to fail. That's not necessarily what you're doing. Like, this is not a call out. I'm just saying it's like that type of reactive setup is what I'm talking about, that you might need to learn about. Because, like, the High Priestess has an understanding. And when you have a high level of understanding of the cosmos and how everything works, of like the cycles of Venus, the cycles of the moon, when those are something that you value or that you acknowledge and see the connection with, you don't need to test other people. You don't need to see, like, you don't need to create scenarios to see how people will react. Because it doesn't matter, because you can see how, like, we're all trying to live our best Horton has a hue life. Like, we're literally just like a speck on a dot, on a grain of sand, or nothing and everything at the same time. That is the lesson in the High Priestess. So the Knight of Swords reversed in the subconscious definitely needs to connect with their inner High Priestess and evolve their mind to be above and below. Right? Judgment, reversed. So, interestingly enough, also the original read that I had begun with, the first card from Mildred's deck was the Trumpet, which is a reflection of judgment. So, within your past, you were cut off. You were not receiving the messages. You were cut off from your ancestral lineage, or from like you were either in transition, trying to connect with new guides that were more authentically there for you, or able to see you through on in this new journey, this new decision that you've made to move into a different into a more evolved state, right? Having the connection, experiencing the necessary awakenings to continue to move forward. That wasn't happening for you. It took some time. There's some stuff that you need to let go of, though, still. Some ideas, maybe some mindsets, or maybe like the way that you think that you need to achieve your goals, the methods to the madness. Also, there could be things that you've just kept, like in your back pocket, or just on the side, doing things, certain things on the side. You might have to repurpose those things or let them go. Like side hustles, or forms of passive income, other forms of passive income. It doesn't really matter what they are. And then there are things that you are already doing that have been generating income for you. You may need to refresh them on some level, like just revamp whatever it is you got going on. That might be something that you resist doing, though, in the near future. It's something that you just are struggling to let go of, or to figure out how to have a little refresh. So there's so many things, like I feel like you probably know what's best, Capricorn, because you know how you work. Work is so important to you. It's like so critical to who you are as an individual and what you have to offer in this world. So a work, like refreshing yourself at work, whatever that may look like, if you have a team of people that you work with, maybe like some type of retreat would be good. Being around like-minded people at work, or just having some morale boosting activities. It doesn't necessarily have to be a getaway. Like you could have work retreats that are kind of like a staycation, So the options are basically endless, and for you to decide. What else? Ooh, we got the moon. It's in your attitude, though. So, all right. So when you think about the meaning of the moon card in the tarot, it usually has to do with things that are hidden. A lot of people associate it with lies and deceit. The moon is not always hidden, though. The moon is always shifting. The moon, the lights go out for a brief period of time, but that's us doing that. It's us getting in the way of the light. And the moon also is what influences our waters, our life. It's very important. And there's a side to the moon that we never see, unless if we like travel in a spaceship or go to a museum and look at a model of the moon. So I would say that your attitude is maybe fickle, or like it changes. And that's okay. It's good to be versatile and to have things and to shift easily, but you may find that omitting truth is not going to serve you well all the time. And it may also serve you very well. It may have been how you survive, but I think it's really important to like know thyself as well, as good as you possibly can, because the things that worked maybe in your old life, or like the old you, or like the way that you used to be before you had taken on a new way of life, it definitely is not going to serve you all the time. So as long as you know, then you're good. As long as you have that wisdom. And the knowledge of the moon within your attitude is, it's like high priestess energy, like high priestess knowledge comes naturally to you. So don't underestimate what you're capable of. You may find yourself learning a few hard things from mistakes and experiential knowledge, but like don't ever let that beat yourself up. Like don't ever put that in, let that put you in a place where you're beating yourself up for nothing. So you're having, there's like a stalemate. Others see that you're dealing with some type of stalemate. They see that there's something not growing. There's a lack of growth within you. And this is the way that others see you. So I always say take that like a grain of salt. Maybe your business isn't growing as much or as quickly as you thought it would. Or maybe it's growing exactly the way that you wanted to, or things are going exactly the way that you wanted to, but other people think that you should be doing more. And that's basically their problem. That's what I love about the position of this card. The way that you appear in your environment is, it's a you problem, but it's also like not your problem sometimes. You are experiencing some type of loss though. I don't know what that is, but I feel that there is some type of loss that it may not be headed your way, but maybe the people within your circle are seeing you as they could even be taking from you. You don't, like, we don't know this, but if you want to do some investigating, there could be a reason why you're being seen as at a loss. But let's see what else is up. Ooh, we get the Lovers. So Gemini, perfect for the Gemini moon. So your hopes and fears are centered in choices, choosing you, choosing love. You know, the language of love, which is, it starts with the self, right? Not allowing your obsession with manifesting love to make you vulnerable. But it also does make you vulnerable. So it's really tricky. It's really, really tricky. But this is about embracing your duality, all aspects of yourself, so that you can be there, so that you can show up for yourself, and so that you can be present in any relationships that you're having with one or more people. And I mean that ethically, right? I mean that ethically, always. All right. We have the Five of Swords. So yeah, there is someone that is trying to rob you of an opportunity, actually steal your shit. I would say, or your ideas. Someone's trying to steal your ideas. I don't know if you know who that is, but at the same time, okay. So if someone might be stealing your things, they might be stealing, I don't know if it's your ideas. It could be physical, something. Just trying to rob you of your energy even. It's not even about ideas, it's about your energy. Just be careful, first of all. Like, keep yourself protected. Go seek a spiritual advisor or guidance or like some type of protection ritual. It might help you, but be careful that that is not the person that's taking from you as well. So if it's something that you can do for yourself and that you know how to do yourself, do it and like just take care of you. That's what this means, right? Do it for yourself. And just be mindful also of the fact that there is nothing new under the sun. There are no new ideas that human beings are really actually creating at this time. So as much as we love to celebrate our individuality, and it's valid, we are individuals, the ideas that we produce are not like, if we are truly connected collectively as human beings and we're just cut off, there are things that we are sharing that we don't even realize. But with that, people do also like to energy vamp and rob people of their ideas because they want to do the same thing and they don't have it within them to come up with their own ideas to do stuff. Plagiarism is real. At the same time, allowing that to get the best of you is giving in to their weakness. I hope that makes sense. I really do. I hope that makes sense. But if someone is stealing from you also, and it is within, if it is within your circle, within your, your work friends, your network, like if you're being exploited in some type of way, like let it go. That's what this card is indicating. You're having a hard time letting go of the fact that there's some things within your circle, within your environment that are no longer serving you and that are taking from you. And maybe you just don't want to be honest with yourself. And that's why the moon came through. You're not ready to shed that actual light. It's still in the dark. Yeah, and 7. Fuck. It's reversed though. So, okay, so I actually just confused these two. So this is 7, this is 5. So this is not actual stuff. This is someone trying to slander you. But no one is trying to steal your stuff. Thank you, cards, for clarifying that. I was giving you the wrong message. But you are at a loss on some level with the way that folks are vamping off of you or exploiting you in some type of way. And they can't even handle it. That's the thing about the 7 versus the 5. It's like people will slander your good name and they don't even realize they're making themselves look stupid in the process. Because like you're a queen and you are emotionally adaptable and able to like create space for other people. And it's so real. Like people go to you to feel loved. People go to you to feel valid. They go to you for emotional support. And this could also be a person in your that comes into your life. So if that is the case, if you really are feeling down and out because of some bullshit that happened, you need to make sure that you're connecting with the right individual to fill your cup. Because that is the essence of self-care, is connecting. And it's not a sexual embrace of lovers. This is doing what you need for yourself to show up and be there for you. And sometimes that means that you need help. And I don't mean professional help. I mean just having somebody there to support you. So we have the King of Cups came through, and also the 10 of Cups reversed. So you may feel like you're not, you may feel like you're not getting what you want out of a person, but don't, first of all, don't judge a book by its cover, and secondly, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. There's plenty of fish in the sea, right? And there are plenty of opportunities to manifest. So, with that, Capricorn, nice little lengthy read for you. We will catch you next time. Take care and bye for now.